the shoulder. Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
And it's going to be a challenge for us. I mean, they're a really talented football team. I think everybody knows that.
Four wide receivers. Pressure. Steps up. Marshall wants to run again. Cuts down the middle of the field. All alone. Touchdown! Warriors! What a cut.
And a great night for basketball in the great city of Hamtramck. It's senior night for the Cosmos as they welcome in Detroit Edison and Bo Neely's club. Hello again, everybody. My name is Chad Bush alongside Rob Murphy. We've got basketball and a tune-up, Rob, before we get the state playoffs unraveled next week. An important game for both teams.
Yeah, well, it's all about getting better this time in the year. Both these teams have, been up and down, but trying to catch their rhythm. It's so important to know what your strengths are going into the state tournament. I think both these teams are looking forward to getting into their district and hopefully to make a run.
Hamtramck coming off a big win on Saturday against ATAP. I know you were there to scout that game, Rob. What did you notice about Hamtramck?
Yeah, well, they play extremely hard. Obviously, it starts with the talent. Coach Foster does a really good job of motivating them and teaching them. But they play hard, bring a lot of energy and effort to the floor. They turn you over. They love to score in transition, and they do a good job of executing on offense as well.
This is a team in DEPSA that we'll get deeper into, but let's first send it to the head coach, DJ Foster. Let's get his thoughts on this ball game. Back on the other side with the start of this one.
Take a look at us right now. We are everything that will be. We are an engine of progress that has been forged by generations, driven by the knowledge that each student in every classroom has the potential to be their best self and inspire us all. We are teachers, parents, families, all ready to do our part. We know when students rise, we all rise. We are Detroit Public Schools Community District.
First, life gives us many. From buying your first car or first home to starting a business, Alliance Catholic Credit Union is here for you every step of the way. From checking and savings accounts and youth accounts to auto loans, mortgages, business needs, and financial planning. A full-service financial institution with over 70 years of experience. We're committed to serving your firsts, seconds, 50ths, and every day in between. Alliance Catholic Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCUA Equal Housing.
Lowering the shoulder. Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
All right, time for basketball. Chad and Rob back with you. Let's meet the starters first. The DEPSA Pioneers, who come in 17-10 on the year. Polk at the guard spot along with Mixon. Hubbard, Wright. Petrie is a late scratch in this game. He's not here. He is ill. And Jeremiah Myers and Kenneth Goodwin, the other starters. So Bo Neely has to work around his best player, the Wayne State commit. We'll get more into that later. The starters for the Cosmos looks like this. Carryon Polk, one of their top players. Devin Mixon and Tyron Jackson, the top scorer at 22 a game. Tavares T.J. Evans and Raylan Beal, the starters for DJ Foster. In his 11th year as the head coach, 47 years old, and we're set for basketball between these two schools closely located to one another. Of course, Edison's right in Eastern Market, and Hamtramck, well, we're not far from them.
Coach Foster has done a really good job of building this program over an 11-year span. It was tough early on, but he's been really consistent here these last 6 or 7 years.
You see Devin Mixon getting in the mix of things, and the 5'11" guard gets a putback. That's a lot of what this Cosmo team's all about.
Yeah, they're going to defend you at a high level. I saw Nixon the other night put immense pressure on the ball, did a really good job throughout the game of turning ATAP over and getting his team in transition, as you see them guys do here now.
Jackson with a steal here. Foul going up the other way. Tyron Jackson, I know you like his game quite a bit. He was critical in the win over ATAP on Saturday. Guy who came over from Centerline Prep. Good size at 6'3", very athletic. He was solid in the contest that we called back a couple weeks ago as the Cosmos knocked down Arbor Prep 66-38. Tyron was our G of the game with 15 points and 5 assists.
Yeah, well, he has size for the position, CB. He's athletic, as you stated, can shoot it from outside, has a good mid-range game, and he can finish. What he does well is really defend. I believe he's the heart and soul of the team as well.
He sure is. DEPSA down 4-0 early. Trying on the attack. Their top offensive player is out tonight. Their top player overall, Jace Petrie, the 6'5" senior, who has a Wayne State offer. Shot up, no good. Offensive rebound. And a sneak out reset by DeMario Williams. Williams high on the left. There's a steal right into the passing lane. Tyron Jackson again. This time, the dunk couldn't go down. His active hands will hit Mr. Max. Welcome to the ballgame.
Yeah, talking to Coach Neely a tad bit before the game, he talked about how young he would be tonight. You know, having his best player out obviously makes it tough. So he wants to find some patience on offense, make sure you limit your turnovers in order to be able to have a chance to compete and win this game here tonight.
Hubbard, that guy, the guard, has it near sideline. Against this tight man-to-man Hamtramck D led by DJ Foster. Nice slip screen, lay in good, and the two-man game converts in the name of the big man, Myers.
Yeah, Myers did a great job of rolling to the rim that time after the screen and roll action. Good 2 points to get his team settled in here, but you have to get back in transition, Chad. As you see, you know, Hamtramck pushed that ball up. They're looking to score early, looking to score often.
So count the bucket. So the hoop and the harm, shot up and good. That and one is by Raylan Beal, who was a late addition to the roster. So early 7-2 lead, Murph. Critical possession for DEPSA early to try to get established.
Yeah, well, they've had 5 possessions. They've turned the ball over 4 out of the 5 of those possessions. That makes it tough. So you got to find some way to execute as they did the last possession. They were really patient, moved the ball around the perimeter. You know, great screen roll action, hard dive, and they were able to get 2. You got to do more of that because if you turn the ball over to this team, it'll get out of hand pretty quickly here, CB.
It's automatic 2 points the other way. Timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them. Just underway in Hamtramck. So glad you're with us on this terrific Tuesday. Your Catholic faith, it's at the core of who you are, what you do, and the decisions you make. At Alliance Catholic Credit Union, we make your faith and finances work together. From home needs to business needs, from school to retirement, we've got the financial well-being of our Catholic community covered. Visit us today and see how your faith and finances can work together. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. Ball out of bounds, baseline right. Edison with their 3rd shot on this set. It's not a charm, nor is the 4th. They won't get a 5th. Back the other way, Hamtramck right to left. Devin Mixon. Now Polk against this zone. Zone, something that DEPSA is forced to do. And it creates a turnover. Back the other way, lay in good. And the scoop and steal from Hubbard.
Hubbard was really good actively, defensively there, Chad. He had his hands in the passing lane. It's a great turnover, but you got to get back pretty quickly or the Cosmos will come down and strike quick.
TJ Evans with a triple. Despite the 4-0 run, it's answered quickly and erased. This is Latron Wilson, double teamed in trouble. Open left block, right hand lay-in, no good, even with English. Cosmos protected, they want to run. TJ Evans, covered up quickly. Shot up short. Edison pushes with Hubbard. Now to Wilson, attacks, misses, offensive rebound. The putback is blocked by Beal. Cosmos want to run, right-hand layup, blocked the other way. That's Hubbard again. And Edison sticking around with a little bit of defense, Murph.
Well, these guys are feisty. You know, they're young, but they want to compete. This is their opportunity, especially with the experienced players being out. You know, Jackson has to finish. He's had 3 shots in layups in particular, dunk, missed layup, and now he got his shot blocked. High-level player like that has to deliver. You have to be consistent going into March. Look forward to him picking it up here pretty soon.
Splash City for T.J. Evans. T stands for triple, not Tavares. 6 for him, and that's been the difference. A 9-point lead for Hamtramck. Hubbard high on the right against man-to-man. Physical defense, active defense, slip screen, shot up and good. That play has looked really nice and clean. Dickerson finishes here. Evans for another heat checker, no.
Yeah, that was a really good cut by Dixon on last possession for DEPSA. You have to do a really good job, obviously, of moving the ball. Hamtramck pressure, so when they overplay, you get a chance to cut, you get a chance to go back door. That's how they've been able to score 4 out of their 6 points.
They force a turnover here again, Murph. It's Mixon with a pit bull defense. And they couldn't even get it across half court, and that's their best guy, Hubbard.
Yeah, that's one of your young mistakes there. That was the cut there. Really good put in. But I tell you what, Dickerson was, you know, really good putting that in. But, you know, the defense, anytime you have somebody pressuring you at that high level, you got to get off the basketball. Sometimes when you're young, you try to over-dribble. But he has to learn from that, especially when you got a high-level defender on the job.
What's the key to avoiding that double team and just staying out of it? Is it just getting rid of it quickly?
Yeah, getting rid of it quickly. As you see the double team coming, always got to have an offensive player in the middle as well when they go into their trapping and pressing situation, so you can have an outlet.
The outlet for this offense is Polk, 3.8 GPA, Car-E on Polk, and he cans it there. Cosmos back up by 9.
Yeah, well, Polk has come out and he's not looking at the, obviously the opponent. He's playing this game hard. You know, the other night against ATAP, he did a really good job as well, coming off the bench and, you know, kind of making havoc on defense. But he's approached this game the right way, like he's getting ready for March, so it was good to see him come out and actually deliver. Here you had a double team. You have to have somebody flash to the middle, in which they did. Had a backdoor cutter, but it was a little bit too late.
A little too late, foul called, and it'll go on Polk. Between the rings with Wilson, the senior. All in the shorts is Polk. Topside pass, backdoor cut, reverse, oh man, good! You talked about the backdoor, it worked there. And a lay-in by Hubbard.
Yeah, anytime you getting pressured at a high level, you always have the backdoor or the cut. They did a really good job of reading it, you know, coming up the wing there. And he did a really good job of selling that he was coming to get the ball. Nice backdoor finish with the reverse.
Some substitutions for both teams. William Champagne will check in. Checking out is Tyron Jackson. Also taking a breather is T.J. Evans, who leads the team in scoring right now. And into the game is number 20, Tyrese Sanders, the senior guard. It is senior night, so we are going to see seniors sprinkled in, maybe a little more than usual. Right wing open 3, Mixon, Splash City. Oh, the leader, the 4-year player. Gets a stick from downtown.
Yeah, DEPSA went into a 1-3-1. They weren't active. I thought Polk did a really good job of penetrating the 1-3-1 right in the right gap. Kick out to Mixon, and he was ready to catch and shoot. It was a great execution against the 1-3-1.
Cosmos 3 of 5 from downtown. 10-point lead matches their largest. Bounce pass stolen away, thrown ahead, and that's Polk on the other end with a deuce to open it up to a 12-point lead under 2 minutes to go.
Deflections always lead to steals, and steals lead to easy transition buckets. You know, these guys here active on defense and turned DEPSA over here early and have taken advantage of it.
Right point threes off the mark. Gets his own miss. Spencer followed his shot. He's just a 10th grader. Pretty wise play for the young man. Latron Wilson, 5'11" senior guard. in trouble. Bounce pass, down low, floater, up, no good, got his own miss. Stick back, no. Dickerson 0 for 2, and that play deserved a finish.
Yeah, he needed to finish that because it's tough. Anytime you get an opportunity at layups, you have to deliver, especially when you're on the road. You're playing against a really good team, and they make it tough for you when you miss layups.
Beal's 3 no good, but a reset. Mixon gives it to him in the 2-point range, and he's fouled going up short corner left. Here's another look.
A really good pass down low. Some patience here in the paint. Shot fake there. Had some patience there, which allowed him to get to the line. You know, I always, ask guys to go up really strong and go through guys' chests, but you have the opportunity to make that layup. I'm sure, Coach Foster would like to see him go up and deliver that. Pretty much a touch foul there, but getting to the line is important. The extra pass was important. So these guys are off to a great start here at home in the first quarter.
Murph, what were some of the techniques you'd like to try to coach as you close out the regular season in preparation for the districts? What's most important for a high school coach to remember?
Yeah, just the successful moments you had throughout the year. All year when you start, you have your seniors that you depend on, but you would like to see your sophomores and juniors grow up, during the year. Once you get to this point, you're just tweaking. You're working on your strengths, not too much worried about your weaknesses. It's things that you have to take with you. It's things that you have to throw out. And as you get prepared for March, you just want to execute at a high level, something that you've worked on all year, and you want to defend and rebound at a high level. If you can control the backboards, you can control the game, and it looks like that's what Hamtramck has done here. They've turned teams over at a high level. They play really good defense. They're able to rebound, and they're able to score in transition.
They have taken care of the board so far, 10-6 advantage. 10-6 advantage the other way, thanks to offensive rebounds. Stick back here, no, and that's how Edison has hung around in this game. Another offensive rebound, and they're going to get a chance at the line right side. And Cosmos maybe have to clean some things up with the rebound as we get another look at Dickerson getting second chances.
Yeah, well, Dickerson has some size and some length. Looks like he doesn't mind sticking his nose into action. He's done a really good job of cutting back door, setting some screens, diving to the basket, and he's in the mix when it comes to rebounding. Sometimes you become a rebounder, it's all about effort. Him being a sophomore and getting these, important minutes, this will pay dividends for him, and not only now going into the state tournament, but as he comes back next year and work hard over the summer, look forward to him improving and see how he can become a really good player as a junior.
It's a sophomore dominant class or team in DEPSA. Free throws are split. You got Rhinell Wright, Edgar Hubbard, Dickerson, who you mentioned, Demario Williams, and Charles Spencer in that sophomore class. Future bright for Bo Neely. His son is one of the assistants as well. Brandon Bo Neely and Brandon Neely Jr. on the bench along with Arnold Wilson. For Hamtramck, it's Dennis Foster Jr. in his 11th year, assisted by Tevin Fields, Daquan Bias. Cosmos by 11 in the final 15 seconds of the first quarter. Kick corner, 3 is down. Splash City. That's Tyrese Sanders, the senior guard, coming off the bench. Cosmos with a 2-touchdown lead.
Both times that the DEPSA has went into their 3-2 zone, these guys have penetrated the perfect gap. That time there, it was Mixon, finding his shooter in the corner. That was a great knockdown.
We'll go to the second quarter. Cosmos dominance, their final home game of the regular season. As we leave you with this triple from the corner. Back with more right after this.
Hi, I'm Nick DePonio, and this is HVAC.
Chad Bush and Rob Murphy with you from Hamtramck High. Oh, a historic high school. Means a lot to so many, including the man to my left. His Crockett team won the title in the state of Michigan, and their run ran through Hamtramck. You got some fond memories in this building.
Yeah, it's a great memories. We were able to come through here and win this district title. You know, Elijah Warren, being one of the greatest Hamtramck players, did a really good job for them for, I want to say, 3 to 4 years, but his senior year we were able to kind of stifle him with our defense and move on. But as you stated, you know, really good program. It sits in a perfect place. You know, Coach Foster has done a really good job in building it, but there's some things that I believe he can do to take this to the next level. I mean, they have great facilities, a great community behind them. One of the greatest players in the state of Michigan, and Rudy Tomjanovich, who played here and went on to Michigan. Chad, when I walked in, I was looking for the banners. I didn't see Rudy's number retired. I don't know what they're waiting on, because it's been retired at the NBA level, the college level. That's a step that they need to take, and just a part of, you know, building the tradition and history and getting it in this building. And so much the business is thriving here in Hamtramck that you can build on and, you know, kind of, you know, go around and get people to follow you, and actually, you know, find people to buy into you, whether you know, getting on the prep 4 or 5 times a year, getting some high-level opponents in here, something to sell and continue to build your program, because they have a great setup here and it sits in a great location. And opposed to it being a second chance place, it can become like a destination.
Yeah, absolutely. Hamtramck under DJ did get their district championship 2022. It ended a 37-year drought. And to be fair, since this is the rec center gym, I don't know if they're able to hang his banner. He may have it at the old high school across the way in that gym.
Yeah,
he might be.
Yeah, I looked in.
I'm with you. If that's not, I'm a little shocked.
Yeah.
I'm with you, though. You're 100% right.
Yeah, I just always, when I walk in the gymnasium, because I was able to build a program at Crockett, I try to figure out how you can get to your next level of success. And Coach Foster has done such a good job. And, you know, sometimes when you have tradition and history, you have to sell it and really sell it hard, especially in the community. But like you mentioned, they won the district in 22. Robert Davis Jr., Peter Gant's son, was here, and one of the seniors that, you know, helped get that. And he played here 1 year, but his impact was great. And you know, Coach Peter Gantz and Robert Davis Jr. talks about how great this program was and how great the community is from the 1 year that they spent here.
Yep, for sure. Rip drive, dish, right block, laying good. What a setup from Jackson, and it's finished by William Champagne.
Well, these guys continue to penetrate and impede that defense. Anytime you can attack the rim and continue to get inside, you know, at a high level, it's going to cause havoc, you know, for your defense. They've done a really good job of penetrating, finding the open man, making the extra pass, which is important too this time of year. You know, sharing the rock, not, you know, believing that you can go one-on-one and do it yourself. And that's what I've seen now for the second straight game for the Cosmos.
Slip on the floor. Regather by the lead guard Hubbard. A lot of responsibility on him tonight. And that man, Dickerson, who banks it in from 7 feet. An interesting night for Dickerson. He's taking advantage, Rob.
Yes, he is. He's always in the right place at the right time. Shows me that he has some form of understanding of the game. You know, high basketball IQ, understanding how to roll, understanding how to cut, and just making sure he's in position to be successful.
There you see the travel. What a fine sequence by Davion Dickerson. Before that, with a score. 16-point lead, 5:25 to go. It's been a crisp shooting night. 56% for the home team, just 26% for the road club, who's been turnover heavy. Dickerson, Baker up and good. Davion Dickerson showing out tonight in H-Town.
Yeah, as the game continues to develop, he's continued to gain more and more confidence as well. They've gotten off to a rocky start because of the defensive pressure and the turnovers, but Dickerson has continued to meet the challenge and try to keep his team in it.
Sanders no good with a 3. Rebound Champagne. His shot is blocked out of bounds. Again, no Jace Petrie tonight for Edison, as we get a look at the hustle in the corner. And DEPSA was out of bounds when they threw that off the Cosmo player. Kick to the corner, show and go for Omar Young Jr., who's checked in. Steps into a 17-footer, lefty southpaw Jay, no good, rattles out, stick back, no, but a Tyree Sanders hustle gets him to the line.
Nothing like a second chance opportunity. Hamtramck has done a really good job of, making sure they hit that offensive glass. They made a lot of their shots, so it hasn't been many offensive rebounds available. But when they've come off, they've been right there in the mix to get these second chance opportunities to score.
It'll be the 5th and 6th free throws already for the Cosmos in this game. Murph, the last game we did against Hamtramck's ball game against Arbor Prep, they only had 3 free throws for the entire game. They were all in the first half. And I don't know if you attribute that to Arbor Prep's defense or you attribute it to the Cosmos offense. But
yeah, I'm not sure. It was a lot of great shot making, obviously, if it wasn't a lot of fouls committed. But they won that game big going away. So a little bit of really good offense and some not so good defense.
Yes, sir. So against this man-to-man, Edison turns it over again. Turnovers have been troublesome. It's now 7. Cosmos, one good trick deserves another. Edison with pesky D. Cross into the front court. Hubbard awaits the rock high in the left. Hubbard with 4 points in this game, but Dickerson with 7 leads the way. Hubbard steps into one. He's got 6 on the 15-footer.
Yeah, Hubbard, really good crossover, stop and go move, fade away there. Nice touch on his shot as well. I like how DEPSA has continued to compete, although they're down, obviously at this time of year and what's happening. They can't play the scoreboard. They have to figure out how they can continue to get better second to second, minute to minute. When you're young, not a lot of yelling, a lot of teaching, a lot of understanding. And that's what Coach Bo Neely is doing with these guys here. And it looks like he's not really coaching the score, but trying to figure out how he can continue to teach these guys through it and keep them at a competitive level.
Cosmos get to the line, and it's that man again, Tyron Jackson, getting to the stripe. Edison will go to the bench, and they will check out Greg Farrow, the 5'11 junior, and return into the lineup Jeremiah Myers, the 6'3 senior. One more for the top scorer on this team, Tyron Jackson, 22 points a game. And that one rolls off, and when things are going right, they're going right. The Cosmos get it back. Baseline left.
Yeah, I would like to see Jackson be a little bit more consistent. Coming off that ATAP game, he was dominant, Chad. He was unstoppable. Tonight, he's missed a few layups, had a few turnovers missed, and then he went to the line and missed a free throw. Has to have more consistency going into the state tournament. He's a really good player. Needs to be a little bit more focused here and make sure he takes every minute on the floor seriously and every opponent seriously.
Shot up and good. And so that'll cut it to 15 points, 3 minutes left. Cosmos into the front court with Omar Young. Dish to the paint. Layup no good. Sanders couldn't finish. Throw ahead Hubbard, and he's fouled near sideline by Omar Young. Three minutes left. You won't want to go anywhere at halftime. We'll talk to Ike Blessitt, 1967 graduate of Hamtramck High School. And you will also hear from DJ Foster, get his thoughts that we gathered in the pregame. But with Rob Murphy, glad to have him here on this Tuesday night, Prep's prime matchup. Hubbard on the right wing, 6 points in the game. Attack right baseline, thrown away. Stolen, 2-on-1. Right block pass from Young is stolen right away. Back and forth we go. Down the avenue, Hubbard shot up, no. Rolled out, put back, is stuffed and thrown ahead. Mixon to the hole, count it.
These guys are going up and down. I don't know if that's good or bad. It's too many turnovers. I love how Mixon continues to guard the ball, though. He's a 94 feet type of guy, strong guard, who love to defend. You have to sometimes talk guys into defending at the level he's defending, but he loves it, which is a blessing to have a guy that plays this hard and gets up and down every possession.
Myers misses the shot on the back end, and the Cosmos can't hang on to it. Baseline left. Dickerson back into the game. He's been most of the offense for Edison tonight. You can't afford to have him on the bench too long. 6 points in this game. Under 2 minutes to go. What do you think Edison comes with here?
Well, you know, they got to do something not to turn the ball over. You know, it's going to take a lot of movement and cutting. You know, you count, it was probably over 15 dribbles there. And anytime Mixon is guarding you, you want to get off the ball. That's my suggestion, even bringing it up. You know, you recognize who he's guarding. You know, get a release and give it up to someone else, so you'll be able to get it to your offense.
Easy layup transition. Right wing jump shot, no. Rebound. Fought for, but not saved. This will go back to the Cosmos, who will go back to their bench as we get another look at that rebound.
Chad, anytime you have a guy like Mixon, what he does, it doesn't even show up in the box score. He's the guy that can cut the head off the snake. He'll guard you and disrupt your offense and make it really, really tough. And then you'll have to figure out who else can run your offense or initiate your offense, because he's such a great defender. Really love his effort and his energy.
You bet. Fader from 15, flat. That's Carion Polk running out the other way. Layup too strong. Polk picks it up. 2-on-1. Throw ahead. Lay in short. Raylan Beal missed the bunny. Back the other way. And DEPSA gets sped up a little too much.
Yeah, just a lot of young mistakes here with, you know, consistent turnovers. DEPSA had a really good chance to score 2 on the possession before the last, but you have to come to a jump stop. Maybe use your shot fake anytime you're playing against an aggressive team. More times than not, they're going to go for shot fakes and overplay on defense. You got to use that to your advantage. So they have to slow down and find some patience and give the Cosmos a lot of credit. They're speeding these guys up and forcing them into mistakes.
Shot short with a reverse from Mixon. 30 seconds left. Hubbard the other way. 16-foot fader rims off. Tapped out of bounds. That will go back to Hamtramck, who looks to grow upon their largest lead. They've gotten good shots in this game, and they've also been able to hit some from distance.
Yeah, they've, you know, playing a pretty consistent game both ways. There's Mixon on the penetrating kick. They've been able to knock a few of those down. So what I like about Hamtramck, they share the appeal. They've done a really good job of finding their gaps, finding their angles to create some offense. Penetrate kick, penetrate drop, penetrate finish. They share the ball. That's a really good thing going into March.
6 seconds left. Hubbard with it. Right-hand dribble, attacks the 10. Shot rejected, but a foul on Tyron Jackson.
That was a really good drive by Hubbard. Him and Dickerson have, you know, been the brunt of the offense since the game started. But anytime, again, you're being pressured, you know, Mixon put the pressure on Hubbard that time. He did a really good job. But you have to make sure you're on balance, you know, jumping off 2 feet, putting yourself in position to score. Again, you got to have patience in the paint against an aggressive team. And they haven't found too much patience, but they were fortunate enough there to get to the free throw line.
3rd and 4th free throws of the game. Hubbard, good-looking sophomore. You like his game, huh? In the future with him and Dickerson?
I like his game because he's, you know, he has length, he has size, and he's tough. Anytime you can handle the ball and get to spots, especially against a guy like Mixon, that shows you have a great future ahead of you offensively. But he has the size and the length, which will help him moving forward.
All right, that's it for 1 half. 18-point lead for the Cosmos. Dominating first half performance led by their defense and the forced turnovers. They forced 11 of them and converted that transition offense. Rob and I will break down the first half. We'll have our halftime guest, Ike Blessitt. But first, we'll throw it to DJ Foster in his interview earlier tonight. Back with more in a moment. It's senior night at the home of the Cosmos, Hamtramck High. DJ Foster joins us now. Your team playing good basketball, 4 wins in a row. A good time for senior night when the vibes are just right.
Yeah. It's good. It's a good time. It's a good vibe. Great game Saturday. Way to compete. And it's just, getting ready for the district.
This is a game tonight against DEPSA, a team that you added.
Yeah.
What do you expect to get done in this game against DEPSA?
Well, I know, with Bo, his team's gonna play hard. So they, and they length, they're long. So it's a good preparation for the tournament. We got Mumford first, good team, good, well coached. So this is a good test. Normally on senior night you want to get a cupcake, but that's not gearing us up for the next level of what's going on.
So many seniors to celebrate on senior night. It's tough not to get emotional, but talk about this senior class, what they've meant to you in the school.
It's like an era. A different era of kids every year, but this group right here is like the end of one era and starting a new era for another one. But this group has been together since like 8th grade. And so they all been here. We fight injuries, but there's a brotherhood, and they love each other. So it's a bittersweet, but I know going into society, these are going to be great young men, great fathers, great role models, and they're always going to give back. So I'm kind of happy.
You're coming off a big win on Saturday. You knocked off a team that hadn't lost this year. Talk about the win over ATAP on Saturday.
ATAP, man, it's rare that you run into a team with the same bite as you. And yeah, it was a great game. It was a great win for us. We needed that. And, my hat's off to ATAP. I love Joy, what he's doing over there. They were the only undefeated team in the state at the time. So, we had to come out and play basketball and play the right way to beat them. So it was a great win for our program, for our kids. So going into the tournament, so it's a great win.
That's DJ Foster. He's got his club rolling on a 4-game streak, heading into senior night. Thanks a lot, Coach, for having us.
Thank you.
Really appreciate you.
No problem.
All you do for the prep.
Thank you.
All right, more to come with Rob and I as we get set for the Cosmos and the Pioneers right here on the prep.
My time to shine. Got it. Splash.
And that will put some gauze on it.
Thought they were having a lot of fun, dishing it off to each other. The dunks were happening, just a good time.
Welcome back to halftime. Right now, the Cosmos in the lead, 36-18 over Detroit Edison. We've got a very special guest, one of the finest athletes ever to roam the halls at Hamtramck High School, Ike Blessitt. 4 sports, 4-time All-State in each sports. What a pleasure to be with you. You've meant so much to this community. What does it mean to come back and here on senior night for the Cosmos?
Man, it brings back a lot of good memories. To see these young bucks out here running like I used to run out here, man, it's beautiful, man. Go Cosmos.
Talk about the community and the effect it had on you and why you're so proud to be from this place and why you want to give back to this place.
Well, a lot of people don't understand. Hamtramck is 2 miles square, north to south, east to west. It must have been something in the water because we have 4 high schools. 300, St. Laz, St. Florence, Immaculate Conception, and Hamtramck. And when summertime came, we all joined for the Little League World Series, Pony League World Series, Cold League, football. It was just, it's nothing like it. I've been all over the world just about. I've never seen a little community like Hamtramck here that we did what we did.
Drafted by the Detroit Tigers, played 22 years of professional baseball. Tell us about your baseball journey.
Well, at first I started out with the Mets. Drafted me at 16, but they lost me at 16 because I was still in high school. So my dad got with the Tigers and he wanted me to go to Vietnam. So my dad said, I'd rather for you go play pro ball because they said they give me in the reserves in the service. But I wanted to go to school. to play football or basketball. But my dad said no, so I ended up going with the Tigers in '67. And then I was up in the big league with them in '72. But I had a bad chance. I had gotten in a fight with Billy Martin, the manager.
You're not the first.
Oh,
you weren't the last.
I was number 23.
How did the fight end?
Me winning. That's why I never went back to the big league. I just,
awesome.
He's a good manager. I don't take that away from him. But what he does outside them white lines, I can't respect it.
Well, I know you respect what DJ Foster has done here, and you've got a good relationship with DJ. How proud are you that he's the bench boss for your alma mater?
Oh, man, it's beautiful, and they got a good team. Like I say, just bring back memories, But I would like to see some of the alma maters up on that wall, like John Brisker, Ralph Brisker, Rudy T.
Yeah.
It was an honor playing with them guys.
Sure.
And then, you go across the road in the Pachorks. They got 15 Pachorks that signed baseball contracts.
Yeah, Jim and Wimpy, absolutely. No, so it's a rich heritage here at Hamtramck.
Yeah.
What was it like to play with Rudy Tomjanovich and the Briskers? What a team. Talk about that team. How good were you guys?
Oh, man, we was good.
State champions?
Yeah. We were good. And Rudy, amazing.
Yeah.
People just don't understand. If they had the three-point line, he had scored 70, 80 points a game.
Yeah.
That's how good he was. And it was an honor to play with him, and it was an honor for him to put me in his book.
How cool.
He put me
what
in
did he
book.
say about you in his book?
He said, well, me and Ike had a thing going. He would run on the floor and holler. I would rebound and not hit the floor, turn and throw it down the road, and I go with a layup. He was phenomenal. And that bank shot, he came down to Hamtramck to see if I would go to Michigan and play basketball. But I went on and played baseball. I enjoy baseball. I enjoy it. All over Mexico, 15 years down in Mexico. Got some names down there. I wish I could have brought that here in Detroit, but never got the chance.
Well, congratulations on your era, your run, for staying with the community and being a part of Hamtramck. I know they're very proud to have Ike Blessitt as their own. And so thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
You bet.
All right,
you
thank
bet.
you.
It's like Blessitt, one of Hamtramck's finest, maybe their best athlete ever. 4 sports, all state in all 4 sports, state champions of basketball. Glad to have him with us. Back with more. Rob and I will break down the first half from Hamtramck. Stick around. This is the Preps coverage of our prime time matchup.
Look, everybody wanna go and talk. At the same time, gotta walk it. Better yet, run, go, hit a lick, divvy up with my homies, and we do it all again. Whenever we get it, there's no hesitation.
What makes people stand in this line like this for 3 hours? Because we're not Dunkin' Donuts or Tim Hortons. These donuts are made fresh daily, and it's made with love and consistency. We got the same ingredients. It didn't change. The people know that, and that's why they standing out there.
In today's ever-changing mortgage lending world, the importance of true professionals has never been greater. At Success Mortgage Partners, we want you to have the experience of a lifetime. Founded and owned by Catholic League alumni, our family-centered business keeps your interest at heart as we help you navigate this turbulent market with ease. If you or a family member has a mortgage need, please call me, Owen Lee, at 734-822-9792.
The store is set up. He's got the order, and he's off. It's a full court press. These brands are knocking it out of the park. This, my friends, is the speed we've come to expect from this team. Just look at the precision of that move. And it's out of here.
We are the MHSAA, a collection of 750 high schools and 750 middle schools, from Temperance to Copper Harbor, from New Buffalo to Alpena. Each year, more than 250,000 students play one of our 28 sports. More than 1.5 million fans attend our postseason games. There are 30,000 coaches and 8,000 officials, not to mention all of the volunteers. The MHSAA believes in the 4 S's. School sports should be safe and kept in the appropriate scope. We believe nothing beats great sportsmanship, and that scholarship in the classroom is more important than excellence on the field or court. Most of all, we believe school sports should be fun. So come out and join us at a game. Support your school, support your community, and come see what the excitement is all about.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
Every high school sporting event in the state of Michigan has one thing in common: officials. Every game, every meet, every match. Without officials, there'd be no touchdowns, no three-pointers, no face-offs. Without officials, there'd be no games. Officiating is a great way to give back to your community and stay involved with the sports you love. And officials are needed now more than ever, because without officials, it's just practice.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
As the voice of Michigan's student athletes, the Student Advisory Council's role
is to convey the message of how high school sports should be played.
We are responsible for helping the MHSAA maintain a positive and healthy atmosphere
in which interscholastic athletes can thrive.
We believe that athletes should be competitive,
sportsmanlike, and excel academically.
We believe that students in the stands should have fun,
but not take away the focus from the game.
We believe coaches should act like teachers,
helping student athletes develop while still keeping high school sports in perspective.
We believe that parents should always be positive role models
and support their child's decisions.
We believe officials commit their own time to high school sports.
And respect should always be shown and given to them.
The most important goal for student athletes is to enjoy high school sports
while keeping a high level of respect between all those involved in the games.
Enjoy the game.
My dad and my grandfather are officials. I've grown up around officials and seeing how much they enjoy being part of the games. As a student athlete, I've always appreciated the people out there who are willing to give back to the kids. The Legacy program lets me officiate while I'm still in high school, working younger kids' games. Officiating gives me a better understanding of the game. I get to make some pretty good money for a high school kid, and I even get to spend some quality time with my dad. There's help wanted. Just whistle.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
At Alliance Catholic Credit Union, we're your financial guardian angel. We're here to help you achieve your dreams. A new home, a Catholic education, that business you are working to build. We're here to support the goals of your family, your retirement, and the community that surrounds you. We're here to offer your trusted financial services inspired by Catholic values. And like your guardian angel, we'll always be by your side. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, I'm Nick DePonio, and this is HVAC.
The shoulder.
Swing and a miss.
McGinley scores!
Well, the first half was a half the Cosmos came out. Murph, they felt comfortable. DEPSA trying to stick around without their best player, but too much. The Cosmos so far on offense and on defense.
Yeah, well, the Cosmos came out with their immense pressure that they bring to the floor each and every night. They turned them over pretty quickly. Those turnovers led to transition buckets. That's how they were able to get comfortable. And, you know, DEPSA never got comfortable for probably to the second quarter, but I give them a lot of credit. They continue to compete. As difficult it is to come in here on a senior night and get pressured as they did, they tried to, you know, answer the bell.
So far in this game, the Cosmos have had 8 different players score, led by a pair of 7-point scorers in Mixon and Jackson, 5 points for Sanders and 6 for Evans. Meanwhile, DEPSA led by Dickerson and Hubbard, 7 points aside, but they're going to need some help in this game if they're going to come back and upset Hamtramck.
Yeah, the Cosmos has done a really good job of sharing the pill, you know, finding their way to penetrate, finding an extra man for easy buckets. I think, you know, Edison has to, you know, get the ball out of the hands of who's ever guarding Mixon in order to get down and initiate the offense. But when they found some patience, they were able to cut backdoor. They were able to roll hard off the screen and roll to have some success.
There you see the steals and Mixon not only doing it with a crafty passing and scoring, but the dime man, 5 assists to lead the way. You mentioned the cohesive passing, 10 assists for the Cosmos as they have the 18-point lead. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have second half action for you. Can the Cosmos close out their regular season in 2025? We'll find out after this. You're watching the Prep's coverage of Tuesday Night Magic on the Prep.
Lowering the shoulder. swing and a miss. McKinley scores!
Look, everybody wanna go and talk. At the same time, gotta walk it. Better yet, run, go, hit a lick, divvy up with my homies, and we do it all again. Whenever we get it, there's no hesitation.
Cosmos trying to win their 5th straight. Detroit Edison to start right to left. Chad Bush and Rob Murphy with you. For the most diverse city in the state of Michigan, Hamtramck. That's not an opinion, that's a fact. And that's by all the cultures. Makes it a really cool town. Mixon throws it ahead. Jackson with a hammer on senior night and a deep stare after.
Well, it looks like he wanted to wake up this half. Yeah, he started the game, last days ago, missing layups and dunks, but it's good to see him create that turnover early with an emphatic finish to get this second half started the right way for the Cosmos.
Give him 9. Timeout on the floor, just 31 seconds in. Bo Neely says that's not what we talked about during the break. How frustrating is it, as you see Bo demonstrating, as a coach, a veteran coach, and a good one at that, to watch your players turn the basketball over and watch the youth make mistakes?
Well, right now, obviously it's frustrating. Can't sugarcoat that, but it's important to keep teaching. And what he's doing now, to start this half, I know it's just one play, but he says, I'm going to continue to teach these guys and motivate these guys and help them understand, to learn from their mistakes. And he's teaching on the fly, which is great. He's not waiting until he gets to the film session. He's not waiting until he gets to a break or a timeout. He wanted to call it right away and, emphasize what's important in order to have success this half. You play against, you're down 18, but you're not playing against the scoreboard. This team is ahead of you. They're much better than you, but you want to figure out how you can win the quarter to continue to show your guys afterwards how well they improved during the game.
Hook shot from the right mid post is off the mark from Hemphill. Cosmos the other way. They haven't exactly been the most secure with the ball either, and that's why, because of DEPSA's D. And how about the strip, rip, and foul the other way? That's Rhinell Wright, the 10th grader, stirring up the pot, Murph.
Yeah, I love how these guys continue to compete. They're young. They're down 20. They can easily just throw the towel in, to be honest with you, Chad. A lot of teams do. But obviously, their culture has been built, and, it's a state championship program. So Coach Neely is going to continue to teach and preach and motivate and inspire. That's why he's in this business. And these young guys are, continuing to respond. And again, going into the second half, I'm playing quarter by quarter, trying to see if we can win this quarter. He can knock this one down. It's 2-2, if I'm Bo Neely. And, obviously you want to come back and try to win, but that's really tough, being at Hamtramck with a team full of seniors and their experience, and, you're missing your best player.
The quarter's tied at 2. As Murph mentioned, Edison looking at short-term goals, down 18. Rip, drive, paint, floater, good. Nice looking finish from Polk.
Yeah, Polk and Mixon, Jackson, those 3 guys, that trifecta there do a really good job of penetrating and impeding the defense. They're able to shoot floaters, pull-ups. They also do a really good job of sharing the ball on kickouts as well.
Good share there on the backdoor cut. Unable to finish after the fine feed was right. 5-on-4 the other way. Edison down a defender. And the pass to the post to Curtis Flagg, who we did not see in the first half, is incomplete and out of bounds.
Yeah, Curtis Flagg can, get it going pretty quickly. He's a great finisher inside, can block and alter shots. Great rebounder as well. I'm not sure though why we didn't see him the first half, but against ATAP, he was a huge difference maker in the minutes he played.
Cosmos coming off a big win. Yeah, it's against a Division III school, but it was against a Division III school that was 17-0. Throw ahead Mixon and the champions of the Charter School League. There it is on point. Flagg flying high and waving like a flag with a hammer.
Yeah, he's good, Chad. I've seen a few of those 72 hours ago. And he's just as good, on defense, altering and blocking shots.
He wants another one. Throw ahead, hammer this time missed, but reset by Polk. And the lay-in's good, and the energy a bit different for the Cosmos, who could have fallen asleep.
Yeah, well, those backdoor cuts and those rolls to the rim are not going to be there when Flag is in the game. I mean, he just has the size and athleticism to disrupt your defense. So between him and Mixon, they do a great job of really making it tough for you to execute your offense consistently. With Mixon guarding on the ball, Flag protecting the paint, it's really hard to score.
So you take a look at Brandon Bo Neely, who coached the AAU program, The Family, for 10 years, and he's from East Catholic. He played for Dave Souls, the legend, with more keys around his neck than a man should carry. Bo Neely, a good one, learned his roots in the Catholic League at East Catholic and played some basketball at Macomb Community College, Michigan Christian, and won a state title in 2018. And how about this? Nickname is Bo, his son's name is Bo, and his grandson's name is Bo, and they're all spelled just a little different.
Yeah,
pretty cool.
He's a good coach. Him playing at East Catholic, that was one of the premier programs, back then. They were winning state championships, and I remember Andrew Mitchell, Drew Mitchell.
Yeah.
He was really good, and then Persian, Coach Golston, one of the greatest coaches in our state, started taking their players. That's where Todd Bergen started his career at, whether it was there or Benedictine, but he started taking the East Catholic players, and, they became, better and dominant, and even more dominant. But Bo Neely's a good player, he's a good coach, a great leader of young men.
Stick back by Flag, and he's made his presence known. There's a steal, and Jackson trying to add to the showtime. Turns it back over. Didn't they also have Willie Mitchell at one point?
It may have been Willie Mitchell opposed to Todd Bergen. I think Todd Bergen started at Benedictine High School almost, I'm for certain, and Willie Mitchell may have started at East Catholic. Yeah, but they had...
Same kind of player, though.
Yeah, the same era and everything. Yeah, those guys were really good. Persian was already dominant, but they started getting guys from the Catholic League as well. And to enhance the much talent that they already had. But yeah, East Catholic was a really good, program at that time.
I remember playing in that gym. They were in our league when I was at St. Mary's, and we'd have to go down there and play, and it was different now. It was about 125 degrees when you walked in.
No heat.
I mean,
no air, nothing.
No.
Yeah.
No, it was just an oven. An electric environment, though. Wow, East Catholic. Good memories for Bo Neely as well. Turnover, and the Cosmos in control, head back the other way. Another look at the lay-in. Edison will go to the bench, and they will check in Greg Farrow, the 5'11 junior. This is Mixon with it. Left point, Jackson for three, no. Offensive rebound, look at the bunnies by Polk at 5'9". Attack and a foul. Jackson will go line right and try to get into double digits even further.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how this team competes going into the state tournament. They have the talent, obviously the district over at Renaissance University, U of D Jesuit, Warren Fitzgerald, Renaissance, and Mumford.
Wow.
They're going to have to bring their hard hat, but they have the talent to compete. As I've seen, all of those teams, and obviously U of D being number one most of the year, but a top 2-3 team in the state.
Yep.
But these guys have the talent to do it, and these guys are seniors as well. Anytime you're a senior, it's tough to go home early, and you're going to fight and give it everything you got. So although the people maybe sleep on these guys, they better not sleep too much because they can really impact the game defensively and have some good offensive players.
DJ really likes this team. Says we're on the rise. It's a deep team. They're peaking at the right time. As you mentioned, seniors and guards, that's a great combo as we look at the attack here.
Yeah, a lot of them Renaissance or UAD between, Hamtramck and Warren Fitzgerald. That's a tough out.
Really
tough one of those
district.
Teams. Yeah, those guys.
Find me a better district in the state.
Yeah, I don't think it's one. Those guys are really good. And all really good coaches as well.
Counted and a foul. William Champagne says, let's pop it. 27-point lead, count it, and the foul.
Wow, that was good, causing havoc on defense, turning defense into offense. That was a really good finish. Offhand, rose up, body control, had concentration on the rim, and was able to finish it.
There's DJ Foster, an alum of '96, also in his second year as the athletic director. Won the first district title in 42 years back in 22 under Robert Davis, and was the Detroit News Coach of the Year, 21-22. DJ says, look, I believe if you're mediocre in the classroom, then you're going to be mediocre on the court. And he requires his guys and sets a certain standard academically. And DJ played pro ball over in Ireland. Had some fun over there, made some great impacts. He's a great basketball player as well. Played some college ball at Northwood, as well as some other stops.
Yeah, well, one thing I'll say, he does a really good job, and he does a really good job of getting his guys to play hard. Anytime you can get them to compete, play high-level defense, it's always going to give you a chance. One thing I don't agree with, CB.
Yeah.
Sometimes guys have 2.0s, they can barely get it, and they're great players. I love the philosophy. I get it. You want guys to have 3 and 4.0s, but I had some guys that had some 2.0s, and they were first team All-State. So, whoa!
Shot short, blocked, but the putback's good by Champagne. He's got 6. Yeah, sometimes those 2.0s are asterisks.
Yeah.
They could be NBA draft picks.
Yeah, they do. But I do agree with, the foundation of it. And I was the same way at Eastern Michigan, whether I was at Central, Crockett, Kent State, Syracuse. I was big on, making sure you were academically sound. And we were able to graduate 97% of our players during my tenure at Eastern. 10 years, only 2 student athletes didn't graduate. And I was still disappointed that those 2 guys were only like 8 credits away, and don't know if they went back or not, but I took pride in the academic side, so it's good to hear him emphasize the importance of that. Give yourself a chance.
It's great accolades. And it certainly goes a long way with administration as well. Jackson down the runway again. He says, I'm going to get one of those. And Kenneth Goodwin says, not right now, not yet. Look at this attack by Jackson, the explosiveness.
Well, he's a high-level athlete. I give DEPSA, I'm not sure who that was who went in there and challenged him. One of these young guys was stepping up and continuing to compete. That was Goodwin. Kenneth Goodwin went up and got his hands on that basketball. But Jackson is a high-level athlete. I know I was asking for more early on. I'm starting to get that now from him. Defensively, he's sound, Chad, and he can score. And he can finish. He's a Division I player. Not sure where his recruitment is. Coach Foster mentioned some Division IIs, but it could be because of the consistency, or maybe up and down play. But he has the talent to make an impact at that level for sure.
I think part of it also could be the fact that he played at Centerline Prep up until this past year. Not as much competition or exposure, perhaps.
Yeah, it's all about exposure today. If you're not on, at some point on one of the major AAU teams and playing at one of the premier high schools is what they call it, you can get lost in the shuffle. But he's a really good player. Him and Flag both.
How about that crossover by Hubbard? Dish to the low block. It's a tie-up. We'll stay here. And another look at that fine feed. You like Hubbard. Plays like that.
Yeah, he has a really good feel for the game. He's continuing to compete. I would encourage him not to get too frustrated. His best days are ahead of him. DEPSA's best days are ahead of him. He just has to continue to keep competing and getting better.
DEPSA will head to the districts with their own competition they'll have to handle. And this is a Division III school. Free throws coming. And this is Greg Farrow, the junior guard. We covered DEPSA in the season opener, or excuse me, game 2 of the year for DEPSA. And they lost to North Farmington. But again, they're playing tough teams, Division I teams. A North Farmington team that went to the finals last year. And yeah, they've lost a lot, but it was a game that we saw Petrie lead the way with 16 points. Hubbard with 13. And again, no Jace Petrie tonight, Murph, their top player.
Yeah, and it's good that he's playing these teams, so when you get into the state tournament in your Division III brackets, it'll be nothing you hadn't seen as far as talent, as far as coaching, and it more prepares you. I know it's frustrating here tonight, but those games, as you mentioned, North Farmington early on and a few other Division I schools, along with this one tonight, continues to prepare you to get ready for March.
Shot up and good. So DEPSA trails now, but it's been a program that's been prized under Bo Neely. As we go to the free throws. Kenneth Goodwin sticks in both. 2:20 left. So DEPSA, Division II, I said Division III, my bad. They're in the charter school league, the same league that the Cosmos will join next year as they'll leave Independence and go to the charter school league, a league that they just played the champion of in ATAP back on Saturday and beat them. 17-10, 2-6 in league play. State champions under Bo Neely in the Division III in 2018, city champs in 2018 as well, and semifinal appearances 3 straight years. Brian Taylor, one of their notable alums, he led them to that state title and was a Flame, Illinois, Chicago, and would go on to play some grad ball at Central Michigan, fire up chips. 3rd team All-MAC in 2024, where he put up 11 and 8 a game. Pretty impressive stuff. A proud program, a new program in school, and they've got it done in the classroom and on the court, and in a lot of their athletic programs. Football, they've had some success. Baseball, they've had great success under head coach Mark Brown, we've covered on the prep. There's a foul, and that's just a tough spot, wrong time. Baron McDaniels, who we saw in the game we covered, and he knocked down 4 triples, scoreless tonight, gets caught in a tough spot here.
This team is young, and their best basketball is ahead of them. Again, you know, getting prepared even for Division II. They won't see anybody as quick and as athletic as these guys, I don't think, right away. But more importantly, drawing back from all your positive experiences throughout the year, dating back to, you know, early November, now here mid-February. You know, where have we improved? What can we work on? Again, what can we throw out? What can we keep in order to have some success? You know, it's 32 minutes every time you step on the floor, and every possession means something as you move forward.
Yep. By the way, the illness to Jace Petrie is missing just his first game, and it should be his last. They do expect him back for the districts coming up next week. Ball out of bounds, another turnover. Dribble drive, right hand lay in good. That's Hubbard around size. And a turnover by Hamtramck on the inbound. So nice looking play by Hubbard. Attacking the 10, getting that English roll to fall. Inbounds, full court pressure by Edison. Trying to disrupt this Cosmo offense. And a little ticky-tack nickel dimer by one of our officials tonight, Andre Bell, doing a fabulous job. Here's another look at that finish.
Yeah, Hubbard does a really good job of, you know, mixing it up. You know, really crafty player too. Not super quick, but understands angles, crossovers, and how to get himself downhill in his penetration.
Hubbard now with 10 in the game. Nice bounce pass to the left block. Couldn't finish. That's Champagne. Throw ahead, leak out, shot up, and lay in too strong. Double block. Distracted by the first, blocked by the second. Champagne ahead, kick out, 3. Heel out, no. And Hubbard will control. And Hubbard lost it, batted out of bounds. And Edison will keep it, baseline left. 66 seconds left, another look at that kick inadvertently. And Stolen on the inbounds, all alone. This is Young, layup, good. Transition, turnover points.
Yeah, it makes it easy. You know, sometimes, you know, in these type of games, I don't know if it's good or bad. You know, both teams have to understand not to pick up bad habits as well. You get up this lead and, you know, the opponent you understand you're much better than talent-wise, and you're dominating this game, but sometimes you can start doing things out of the character or not what you work on just because it can get sloppy, and, you know, that can be, you know, that can hurt you going into the state tournament as well. And I'm sure Coach Foster understands that. He wants these guys to keep playing hard, but continue to make your basic fundamental plays to be successful.
18 turnovers forced tonight by the Cosmos. Meanwhile, Dickerson missed the bunny down low. Cosmos cover it up, and we've got a steal at midcourt. 4-on-2 developing. Hubbard with a Euro that finishes with a fantastic left hand.
Yeah, really good move there. Again, the craftiness of Hubbard, the understanding, you know, high basketball IQ, understanding what a defender is and what move he should make, and then finishing with the offhand as well.
Champagne Poppy for three. How about it at the buzzer? It's been a full effort tonight. Champagne off the bench, popping off, and the Cosmos cruise into the fourth with a big lead at home on senior night. Back in a moment, right after this.
Lowering the shoulder. Swing and a miss. McKinley scores!
Hamtramck and the Cosmos 13-8 now, and they are looking to win their fifth straight. Notable seasons, how about that 2022 season when they won that district title, and they're looking to advance upon that this year. Over 1,000 students. It's a small Division I school. So many notable alums. We talked about them earlier, but Chuck Bailey, the third, one of their most recent. Started off at Evansville and doing some good things. Transferred out to Nevada, and there you see it. Hamtramck and the Cosmos.
Yep, Chuck Bailey is doing a good job out of Nevada too. They're not playing as much right now, but continue to improve and get better. Obviously, we talked about Robert Davis Jr., who you know, left here and, you know, went on to UMass and transferred from UMass, and now he's at ODU, being their leading scorer, one of the top three-point shooters in the country as well. And it, you know, for me, it dates back to Elijah Warren and you know, obviously Rudy Tomjanovich, the biggest name you'll ever know to come out of here, and went on to Michigan and was an All-American, #2 pick in the draft, and now a Hall of Famer. So they've had some talent, you know, tradition back in the day, and they've also had some recent talent that Coach Foster has, you know, got to buy in and come here in order to continue to grow his program. And again, for me, I talk about, you know, getting guys with second chance opportunities, but if he can, you know, somehow figure out how to get, you know, the community more behind them, the businesses more behind them, you know, where Hamtramck sits and the facilities that they have, this can become a destination opposed to a fourth and fifth option when something, you know, doesn't go right for someone.
Right corner three, rim off and just off the mark. Tough miss for Tyrese Sanders, who's played well off the bench, the 6'2 senior guard. Throw ahead on the run, right block rejected. That's Raylan Beal, and the dunk upon us. Tyrese Sanders with a little hot fudge.
Yeah, Sanders took off there. I guess he's telling Jackson, anything you can do, I can do better. Between Jackson and Flagg, those are the high risers, but, you know, he wants to, you know, be part of the party as well.
Why not? The dunk-a-thon is upon us. 3-on-2. Young alley-oop. Layup no good. Crowd disappointed. The standard's been set. but Tyree Sanders gets it back and lays it in.
Yeah, he stuck with it, which was good. Tyrese looks like he plays with a lot of energy. It's good to have someone like that to come off the bench who can impact the game. Plays really good defense. As we've seen, a great finisher. And anytime you rebound, that shows me you have a form of toughness. So it was good to see him stick his nose in there and get his second chance opportunity.
You see the foul, free throws coming for Hubbard, looking to add upon his team high 10 points. And there's the Sanders fudge. Hammer time, a little drizzle.
I like Sanders. I thought Flag came through with a monster jam as well. But being that Sanders is, a little bit shorter, I'm going to give him a little bit more credit in his explosion. These guys have some athletes. We're looking forward to that district over there at Renaissance. Is the prep covering that? I mean, are we over there?
Well, we'd love to.
Yeah.
We'd love to. I wonder if we can get some willing participants to maybe be a part of it.
That'll be a good district to cover, with this much talent. On the floor. Be some great basketball, great games, especially to start the state tournament early on. And this is something the state would probably want to see, especially if you're not playing. This is a really good basketball team. I'm looking forward to seeing how that district shakes out.
Baron McDaniels for three. There's competition on the court. There's competition on the prep as well to see which districts we're going to cover and which playoff games. There's competition now.
Yeah, well, I want to put my vote for the Renaissance District.
I like that vote.
Yeah.
And that's vote will be respected now. We're going to do everything we can do.
Yeah, that would be something good to have if we can cover that. We should start researching and working toward that.
Done deal. Stripped from below. Of course, we need willing parties, and it looks like we got some willing parties. We've been great partners with Renaissance, been great partners with Hamtramck. And some of the others hopefully will come on board.
UOD being the #1 team in the state, Coach Donnelly understanding, how important it is to get his kids, exposure. And, he has, a great program and had, consistency over the past probably 15 years.
Yep.
So, I'm sure folks around the state would love to see UOD Jesuit. And then Warren Fitzgerald, with Coach, Vito Jordan is doing a really good job of building his program as well.
He is.
And they're really good. I've seen them a few times this year. So, we should, do our research and see if we can get over to Renaissance. And obviously, Renaissance itself is a great place to cover games as well. A lot of facility, great parking.
I like their superintendent, too.
Yeah.
And their head coach.
Yeah, exactly.
Great partners.
They're great partners.
Good people.
Yeah, they've done a really good job of supporting and understanding the importance of, academically and athletically, but the importance of really, being participants and getting, their, teams, sports teams on the prep to get exposure. When I started to call these games, Chad, the benefit for me is when I get calls, for college coaches that can't come in, to, Michigan. And, these guys are playing there in their seasons because they're getting set up for their conference tournaments too. So if they can turn on the game, tonight and see a kid like a Jackson who hasn't been seen a lot, who's right now considered a Division II player. You might get somebody watching from North Carolina or somewhere, in other states to kind of flip it on and be intrigued with the athleticism and make a call to Coach Foster. And now, you go from being a Division II player to getting Division I looks, and that can change your whole trajectory of your recruiting and ultimately can change your life. So this is a great opportunity for so many reasons, athletically and academically, for all, schools.
Appreciate that. Carry on Polk with a three. He's a heady kid, 3.8 students. And he's got another dagger from the corner. His number's piling up. Give him a dozen. Well, we appreciate DJ Foster for being so supportive and booking games with us from day one. Banker up and good. That's a power move from Christopher Sharp at 6'3½". He's an intriguing kid coming off that bench. 74-37, the Cosmos running away. They've won their last 4 games in this stretch by 26 points a game. They're going to improve upon that here today, it appears. Watch out for the monitors.
It's nothing like you know, going into the state tournament feeling good about yourself. I always tell folks you want to be playing well in the month of February and get hot going toward March. And it looks like now, you know, the Cosmos are, you know, have a rhythm. This will be their 5th win in a row. You know, they may have one more game before the state tournament, but you want to feel good going in and understanding that your guys are confident. You're going with your game plan. And in the district area, and they have nothing to lose.
Yeah, you're right. It's a position that DJ Foster loves, to be frank. Line in the weeds. Left corner 3 again. Not this time from Polk. Action Jackson back to the top side. Splash City. TJ Evans with another tray. He's got 9 on 3 triples. And it's a cool 40-piece lead with 3:30 left. Right wing 3, answer, bang. That's Hubbard. He's shown up tonight.
Yeah, Hubbard continues to work on his game. He continues to compete. Here he is, you know, trying to figure out ball trap, maybe create another turnover. Coffin corner there at half court.
Lob Jackson, good. Nice, thoughtful pass from his teammate TJ Evans, the junior. Three minutes left. Stick around afterwards. We'll have our G of the game. Several candidates to consider. Steal, throw ahead. Pull up 3, and that's off the cables. But TJ Evans, that's been his shot tonight, and that's a big piece of what this offense will need, some three-point shooting to complement the slashers on this team.
Yeah, he's a confident shooter. You know, anytime you come up in transition and, you know, the coach gives you the green light, lets us know that he's a very capable Mixon, you know, Flag, and Jackson. And that trifecta, I think, is really good. And then you add Polk into the mix. You know, he's a little feisty guard who will defend you. He can shoot the 3 as well and score. You know, I think these guys have, you know, a good 9 to 10 guys who can be effective. You know, sometimes it's tough to play a lot of guys, especially in state tournament competition, because you want guys to be comfortable on the floor, and if somebody gets it going, you want to ride it because it's a one-game elimination type deal.
Yeah.
But those 3 guys, the trifecta, the big, you know, Jackson being the middle guy and Mixon being the guard, and they're filling in with, you know, with Polk and a few other guys, they'll have a chance to really compete and beat anybody in that district.
Timeout on the floor. We'll stay here. 2:17 left. Well, we will be at Redford Union, Rob and I will, on Thursday as the prep tour continues this week. A busy week of basketball, Motor City Cruise basketball at the same time as we will cover high school hoops. And it'll be Redford Union taking on Frederick Douglass of the PSL. And we look forward to that. Jason Witt's Redford Union Panthers bringing us in. And we love going into a new school that's taking a chance on us and welcoming us in for their senior night. That'll be fun.
And they'll be welcoming us back because we're going to do great coverage there at Redford Union. But really thankful that they have us there Thursday. It's nothing like watching high school basketball day to day. I watch it at all levels, but I enjoy it as much as I, you know, enjoy watching the college game and the NBA game, as I'm still working at all levels during this time of my career. But I enjoy it. I'm looking forward to Thursday of, you know, calling Redford Union and Frederick Douglass, and good to catch up with Pierre Brooks, who's the head coach there. You know, his son is doing really good things at Butler. He had a really good start at Michigan State, but the last few years at Butler, he's come on, but I'm sure he has some talent over there that I'm looking forward to seeing as well. So that should be a good matchup on Thursday.
You get a chance to watch any of the All-Star festivities this weekend?
I did. I watched it. I'm not sure I was pleased with the format.
Yeah, what'd you think?
Yeah, I just thought it was just okay. It was really tough because you didn't get a chance to see the first-time All-Stars as much as you would like. Talking about Cade Cunningham and Evan Mobley in particular. those two guys. But the way it was set up, they couldn't play as much. And, but again, Adam Silver is doing the best he can to, try to, bring some excitement, some motivation for guys to play hard. But I'm just not quite sure the All-Star game as a whole means as much as it did years ago with all the exposure. As we talked about when I was coaching, the only time I was on TV is when you got to the state championship game and you were on Fox. Now these guys today have all this exposure, whether it's the PreP, whether it's social media, and I think it's the same thing with the NBA guys. They've been exposed to so much, and they've been on ESPN, and they've been at the highest level of AAU, and they've been on every channel when they're playing, Division I basketball. So now even when you get on that huge spectacle, it's not really a big deal because they've had so much exposure throughout their lives. So I don't think it's anybody's fault, but you got to respect the commissioner for continue to try to, bring some excitement, some change, which he's done overall, and it's, made the game better.
Yeah. We need a new slam dunk competition. We need a new slam dunk champion. We keep seeing the same guy.
Yeah, but I give him credit. He keeps delivering. I'm all about consistency. So if they're going to put me in it and let me continue to win, and he's doing some incredible dunks. The creativity, nowadays, it's not like it wasn't like that back in the day.
No, Dominique Wilkins and Michael Jordan just went back and rammed it.
Yeah, they did. And that was the excitement, but it's been so much change in the game of the creativity, and which is great to see. But give Matt McClung a lot of credit because he continues to be creative, and being in year 3, people can be bored watching you, but that's not the case. He still brings the excitement. He still has the crowd. And he still has, millions of people talking about him that night and, following days, which is great for him.
It's neat, too, that they get the G League involved with the NBA All-Star Game. I know they have their own separate deal, but for events like this, they can bring in a G Leaguer or a two-way guy.
Yeah, that's great, too, and it gives the NBA, because the All-Star Game, most teams are there with, a lot of representation. So you get a chance to put your eyes on, the best G League players at one time. And if they play well, even if it's not right away, they can earn a two-way, down the line, and also going into the summer, and, everybody's always scouting and taking notes, so it's a really good thing.
Beal with a lay-in. He's Rob Murphy, former head coach of the state champion Detroit Rockets. What was your nickname?
The Rockets.
The Rockets.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, blast off.
Oh, yeah.
That's what we used to say.
I can hear that cheer from here.
Yeah, we used to blast off too. Even in here, we had a time where we blasted off Chad, and it was enjoyable.
2003 state champions. Splash City from the corner. Raylan Beal. You guys ever have reunions?
Yeah, we had a 20-year reunion. Yeah, from the championship, and actually that was 2001. It was 01 when we won it. And we got all the guys back together, which was great to see.
I keep saying 03. I don't know why I put you at 03. It's 01.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, but it's always good to get those guys together. Brings back great memories. But I keep in touch with, the majority of our guys. Throughout my career in particular, have to say congratulations to Antonio Gates, too. Obviously he was dominant in the PSL and went on to lead Kent State to the Elite 8 and went on to play 16 years in the NFL. But he was inducted into the 2025 Pro Football Hall of Fame a week ago at the Super Bowl. So that was great for him. Great for our city.
You coached him
in
high school.
Yeah. And at Kent State as well.
And at Kent State.
And have, spent a countless number of hours, days, with him over the past 20-plus years.
Did you ever whip a football at him?
No, I didn't do that.
You helped get him into football, though.
I did. He was a great, obviously a great football player in high school, and was recruited by Nick Saban, and that's why he went to Michigan State. But it didn't work out because he wanted to play basketball, and ends up transferring to Eastern Michigan, then on to Kent State, and went to the Elite 8, and from there he was a free agency for the Los Angeles Chargers, which was the San Diego Chargers. Had a great 16-year career and one of the best tight ends to ever play in the NFL.
Undrafted free agent, Hall of Famer. Congratulations to him. Congratulations to the Cosmos as they clean up with a 84-45 win. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with our G of the game on this senior night. A happy one for the Cosmos, who win their 5th straight.
You can make your way behind this awning over here and stand next.
My time to shine. He took over. He got it. Splash. And that will put some gauze on it.
Thought they were having a lot of fun, dishing it off to each other. The dunks were happening, just a good time.
Look, everybody wanna go and talk. At the same time, gotta walk it. Better yet, run, go, hit a lick, divvy up with my homies, and we do it all again.
The store is set up. He's got the order, and he's off. It's a full court press. These brands are knocking it out of the park. This, my friends, is the speed we've come to expect from this team. Just look at the precision of that move, and it's out of here. Welcome back to Hamtramck, home of the Cosmos, who on senior night win their 5th straight game and run their record up to 14-6. We're pleased to be joined by our G of the game, Devin Mixon.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Stuff in the stat sheet tonight: 7 points, 10 assists, 5 rebounds, 3 steals. No big deal. You seem to do it all. Talk about this team, what it's like to be one of the leaders on the club as a senior and get a win on senior night.
It feels pretty good. Me and my team, we've been working constantly in the gym. We want it all. We coming for it all. So
you're known as a tough defensive guard and one of the leaders of this team.
Yes, sir.
How much of the tempo is set on the defensive end, and how much pride do you take in it?
I play defense. It's all come from the heart. From the heart. I love playing defense. Like my big brother Aaron Allen, he taught me it all. So it was like Hamtramck is known for defense. This is what we do. So
TJ Foster, your head coach, says this guy is our emotional leader.
Yes,
what
sir.
are some of the things that you've done to earn that type of reputation?
When my team is down, I pick them up. I know they all depend on me, so I have to be there for them. No matter how I'm feeling, I have to be there for them guys. So I love my team.
And you understand the tradition. You talked about your brother Aaron. You talked about knowing what it takes to be a Cosmo. This is a chance now for you guys to really bring it together at the right time. Is this as good as you guys have played all year at this point of the season?
We got it. We just gotta stay together, play hard, and we gonna be okay.
Well, you got a district coming up, playing your best basketball, and you're leading them, young man. Congratulations. Keep it rolling. There he is, the senior, Devin Mixon, on senior night, getting it done with a big win for the Cosmos as they take care of business. 39-point win, 84-45. Rob and I will wrap it up on the other side of this timeout.
Yes, sir.
My time to shine. Got it. Splash. And that will put some gauze on it.
Thought they were having a lot of fun, dishing it off to each other. The dunks were happening, just a good time.
What makes people stand in this line like this for 3 hours? Because we're not Dunkin' Donuts or Tim Hortons. These donuts are made fresh daily, and it's made with love and consistency. We got the same ingredients. It didn't change. The people know that, and that's why they standing out there.
This one's in the books, 84-45. Hamtramck knocks off DEPSA. Chad Bush and Rob Murphy with you. We talked to our G of the game, Mixon, and Murphy really set the tempo defensively, but so many folks involved in this game for Hamtramck. And Jackson, again, doing his thing in the contest with 17 points, 8 rebounds, 5. I mean, stat stuffers up and down this lineup.
Yeah, well, Mixon started it off with his, 94-feet defense. He did a really good job of cutting the head off the snake early to force, DEPSA into some early turnovers. Would put them in transition, which was great. Once he got off to that great start, I think everybody just followed suit. These guys were obviously much more talented than DEPSA. But when you have to handle business, it's good to see your team handle business, especially this time of the year. And on senior night, you want to play well, and they played well tonight.
They sure did. 17 for Jackson, 12 for Polk in the contest, 11 for Sanders. But so many folks that chipped in. Champagne with 8. They didn't even get Curtis Flagg for much of this game. He seemed to come in and throw that dunk down and make his presence known. But really a lot of great efforts in this, and all enforcing 15 steals. Impressive all around, especially with the defense.
Yeah, these guys, anytime you can, manufacture 20 turnovers in a game, more times than not, you're going to convert half of those into layups, in which they did. So, they were not pressing the score. They were more working on perfecting what they wanted to do as they're moving forward here late February, going into March. Gotta, give a little bit of credit to DEPSA. They continue to try to compete, but they were shorthanded. Very young team. But some of their guys, Dickerson and Hubbard did a really good job of competing. But tonight the Cosmos were just too much. Senior laden team, very athletic, high-level defenders, and they're able to put the ball in the basket. So they protected their home floor tonight, and on senior night you never want to lose either. So they did a great job of going out with a bang here at home.
They did. It wasn't without a fight at times for the Pioneers. They were down their best soldier in this one, and Jace Petrie, but they did get 21 from Hubbard, and he also chipped in with 7 rebounds in the contest. Not much else other than that. Dickerson did show some promise, but was shut down after his 7 points. There's a bright future for DEPSA when they get their guy back next week for the playoffs, Murph and Petrie.
Yeah, Petrie's a high-level player. He's had a great season thus far, so it was tough without him. But it was really good to see his backcourt mate in Hubbard step up and get some things done and continue to improve.
Thank you very much. Had a good time again, Murph. We'll see you on Thursday in Redford. Special thanks to our crew, captained by C-Jack, Kristen Jackson, your executive producer, Dylan O'Connell on replay tonight. Rob Hunter, the Hunt Man, on replay, on graphics. Austin Sonnenberg on the sound. Max Bruin flying solo on statistics tonight. And a great camera crew as well. Brad the Boss Ross on the floor. Kyle Buchanan and Samuel Fisher, a couple of our finest on camera 1 and camera 2. My name is Chad Bush, for my partner Rob Murphy, saying so long from Hamtramck as the Cosmos get their 14th win of the year and their